What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mike Dolce Show, Fat Loss Fridays. And I think this is going to become a thing where we host a live Q&A focused on fat loss. So whatever your question is, whatever your concern is, whatever your problem area is, please allow me to help you overcome that and get back to the land of lean, baby. Now, I got a few topics I want to discuss with you right now to get the ball rolling. Feel free to leave any questions inside the live chat, which is awesome, and I will answer your questions in real time and keep this going. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate this. Now, as we get going, consider, bam, Saturday, January 29th, we have the Mastering the Weight Cut seminar. This is for any combat athlete, any weight class oriented athlete, any bodybuilder, figure, or fitness athlete, or really anyone who just wants to look their absolute best on the beach, on the pool, at the lake. You want to check out the Mastering the Weight Cut seminar. Go to dolcedietshop.com to learn more, just to put that out there. Now, this will sell out, by the way. You can get the pre-registration right now, dolcedietshop.com. This will sell out for sure. It'll probably sell out in the next few days. If you want to come be there, we even have group discounts and team discounts. Now, I want to discuss with you fat loss. And what is fat loss? Well, then I'll use weight cutting as an example. There's a confusion. Some people think weight cutting is weight loss and that weight loss is fat loss. And this gets confusing. Weight cutting is the temporary reduction of total body weight, usually for a specified purpose, definitely on a specified date. Weight loss is the total reduction of total body mass. Weight loss is a good thing relative to composition. Now, fat loss, baby, this is why we say fat loss and not weight loss, because fat loss is the targeted reduction of non-functional body mass from the areas of subcutaneous, which is between the muscle and the skin, but also visceral, which is below the abdominal muscular wall and wrapped inside the organs. Now, visceral fat is terrifying. High incidence of visceral fat are directly correlated to all-cause mortality. We want to lose that. And have you ever seen usually those guys walking around with these massive beer bellies, but you almost can't even like pinch any skin. They're just so taut and so tight. Well, they suffer from a high incidence of visceral fat, and usually they succumb to some form of heart disease or diabetic episode or stroke or, quite a few other associated health concerns. Visceral fat's terrifying, but really most of us were focused on the subcutaneous body fat. That is the overcoat that is simply blurring the definition of our beautiful bodies. Now, if I were to strip all of the skin and all of the subcutaneous body fat off of you, your body would look like an anatomy chart. Literally, your body would just look like sinewy muscle and tendons and bone, right? If we pulled that off. Now, if we kept this skin on, of course, we got to keep the skin on. If we kept the skin on, but we reduce that subcutaneous body fat, which is what hides those beautiful sinewy anatomy chart muscles from visual representation, which means I can't see it. And sometimes when you look down, you see a lot of chub. And many times if you bounce, you can feel that subcutaneous fat, also some edema, some extra water weight bouncing. So when you bounce right now, do you feel a lot of your body shaking? Just kind of think about that. Do that. You'll probably feel it over your belt line, on your hips, maybe that little fupa area, as they say, that little lower belly fat, the donut. Guys tend to hold more fat around their breast tissue. Ladies hold a little bit more fat on the side of their thighs, the saddlebags, as they say. Also kind of, gender specific back fat, upper back fat, tricep fat. There's a lot of gender specific trouble areas that are unique to individuals and rather common, but specifically, hey, it doesn't matter. We just got to lose body fat. So now I see I got a bunch of questions coming in. I'm going to start answering these questions as I jump through. Frank Wells, fora se pora. Best weight cut protocol in the game. Bam, Frankie, I appreciate you, man. Love this. I got the black and I got the blue. Representing Master Henzo, as always, of course. Angel says, hey, Uncle Mike, do we get a discount for the Mastering the Weight Cut seminar if we are a DDC? Smash the like button. Abso-freaking-lutely, you do. I'm going to post that into the Dolce Diet Certified Coaches group here. You can send me a DM on Twitter, right? Not Twitter. Twitter's like a garbage hole lately. On Instagram, or you can send us an email to support@thedolcediet.com. All of our DDCs are Dolce Diet Certified Coaches. You get a massive discount to the Mastering the Weight Cut seminar. And anyone who is not yet a DDC, we will be hosting our next DDC. Where is it? Let me try and find it here. Our next DDC will actually be, hold on, March 11th, 12th, and 13th. We have not announced this yet, but it is available. And anyone who signs up, you will get the pre-registration discount to become a Dolce Diet certified nutrition coach, and all the benefit that comes along with working with the #1 name in body weight maintenance and management and weight management. And just a quick look at some of our clients over time and some of the regular folks and elite athletes and Hollywood celebrities. And you get the certification, sent to you and all that fun stuff. But anyway, let's get back to the questions here. Let me take that off. Now, you do, Angel. Yes, you do. Frank the Tank, baby. Lauren, just switched from 3 weeks to shredded to the 12-week program. I cannot wait. Lauren, keep me updated on your progress. I am here for you. I am in your corner. Lauren is following the online version of 3 weeks to shredded and living lean. She joined the 12-week total body transformation program. If anyone's interested, you can click that link below and dramatically transform your life. Senor Mango says, high school wrestlers, what is the amount of weight cut that does not affect performance from Friday to Saturday weigh-ins? Less than 2%. Less than 2% of total body mass. Why is that? Because we know that a 2% reduction in total body mass through dehydration has a negative impact on cognitive awareness, on visuospatial awareness, on cardiac output. This is terrifying, which is why you want to consider going to the Mastering the Weight Cut seminar. You definitely want to consider the Mastering the Weight Cut seminar. January 29th, Saturday, January 29th, a 3-hour seminar, live and remote to your home via Zoom. You want to do it. I break down everything, 3 hours specific to weight cutting for combat athletes, for figure and physique athletes, but also everyday athletes like you and I, who we just want to look sexy on the beach. I mean, come on. You want to look good on the beach. You want to take that shirt off and have everyone be like, God damn, Sally or Jim, what have you been doing? Mastering the Weight Cut seminar will give you all the information you need. Frank, also saw you're in the market for a fitness model and you know your boy stays in shape. Frankie, you're the man, brother. I think you're the guy. Absolutely. I saw that come through. I'm thinking about you and Michaela, right? How about that? You and Michaela, I need a great guy, a great girl I need more of an athlete than a fitness model, because we're going to be working out. We're going to be moving, right? We're going to be doing some things. And I think you and Michaela would be a great team. Angel, I don't know if I tagged you, but what's up, playa? Jason James, a bit off topic. I was thinking of doing a full body workout using the compound movements. What do you think? I love it. If you do full body training, you want to train every other day. You need that day off. Full body. And usually it's only one movement or one exercise per movement, right? So be careful with that. It's easy to overtrain. RC, what's up? Most wanted else. What's up, brother? Good to see you, Jesse Lee. Fitness model. If I don't have to shave my face or cut my hair, I look like a homeless guy. I just happen to be able to scrap. I know you do, brother. We'll definitely keep you on the list, Jesse. The thing is, Frank is super close. He's right here a few minutes away. Frank and Michaela are super close right here in New Jersey. I don't know if we have a travel budget just yet. We had great response when we put out that looking for models for sure. A great response, international response, by the way, which was awesome. But we're hoping for those in driving distance. Paul says, happy Friday. Was up at 4:20. What did you do at 4:20 a.m.? Played an hour of basketball, burned 500 calories. Win the day, gang. Paul, that's awesome. Good for you. Comments on the screen. Fire, baby, fire. What's up, my brother? Thank you for the help with my weight cut in November. I love that. 2 DDCs, Angel Poblano and Frank Wells, crushing it. Dolce Diet certified nutrition coaches, and Jesse Lee in there also, all in their own right. Angel, awesome. I got that DM. So yeah, all DDCs, all Dolce Diet certified coaches do get discounts to the Mastering the Weight Cut seminar. Shay Lynn, hey, Mike, I just started 3 weeks to shred it. Is the coffee and coconut water necessary? Can't get coconut water fresh, only packaged. Not necessary, but beneficial. I did a video earlier in the week, I think possibly the end of last week, on the benefits of coffee. Let me see if I can find that briefly here for you. I won't waste too much time digging around for it, but let me see if I can actually pull that up. Just to show you the video, because I talk about the benefits of coffee and green tea, because the combination of the two, and this actually suits this the conversation we're having right now. Late night news, is it harder? Fat loss faster. There we go. Oops. Let's go back here for a second. All right, let me share this screen just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Bam, right here. So when we look at, what video is it? It's this video right here. Lose fat with no exercise. 2 simple compounds. Sorry, 2 simple compounds that work. So this video right here on YouTube, check it out. It was what date was it? Let me see here. Apologize. What date was it? It was January 10th. Lose fat with no exercise. Kind of a clickbaity name of the video, but it was honest. So Shaylin, check that out. Why is this? We talk about the benefit of caffeine plus EGCG, the polyphenol that is in green tea. The combination of these 2 compounds has a dramatic effect on our body's ability to utilize and release stored body fat. So we're living the right lifestyle. We're following the 3 weeks to shredded program. We're getting ample sleep. We're minimizing stress in our lives. We're getting intelligent exercise. Great. We're doing everything great. Now, how do we take it to the next level? That's where we build in the caffeine and the green tea. And you see that if you're following our online 3 weeks to shredded program, that is built into your plan, Shaylin. Senor, you got it. Is Giga about to liver kick Qatar tomorrow night? It's possible. You never know. These fights are always up in the air, So that'll be a good fight. That'll be fun to watch. Josh says, do you ever have days where you consume no caffeine in order to not be dependent on it or build a tolerance? I do. The whole month of November, I cut down caffeine consumption. I really didn't drink a lot of caffeine between Christmas and about a week or so ago. I took a little bit of time off from caffeine, so I cycle in and out. But I'm sipping on right now. This is an oat milk flat white. Absolutely delicious. Shaylin says, I have heard you say you can repeat 3 weeks to shred it. How many times can you repeat that, or should you go to living lean for a bit? Shaylin, this is a freaking awesome question, by the way. So this is what I did last year over the summertime to lose 40 pounds. I followed 3 weeks to shred it. I believe it was it 5 times for a total of about 15 weeks. I went day 1 to day 21. I reset right back to day 1 to day 21, reset right back. What does this do? It has a built-in reverse diet component, because as you follow 3 weeks to shredded, the calories go up and down, but they finish slightly lower than where you start. So day 21 is slightly lower total caloric consumption as day 1. There's also a concurrent carb cycle that goes up and down. Protein stays relatively static as we're trying to maintain lean, healthy, functional muscle tissue. You go through 1 round of 3 weeks to shred it. And I lost 21 pounds in those 21 days, which is spot on. And that's the way 3 weeks to shred it is designed, to lose 21 pounds in 21 days. For those of you who have the weight to lose, and individual results may vary. But then I reset back to day 1. And what happened? I lost a tremendous amount more of body fat. I forget how many. Maybe I lost about 10 pounds or so in the next phase. In the next phase, I lost maybe 6 pounds. In the next phase, I lost maybe 4 pounds. I kept getting leaner and leaner and leaner while maintaining. Now, the first 3 rounds, the first 60 days or so of 3 weeks to shredded, I actually got stronger. My performance went up. My endurance went up. My body looked absolutely fucking insane. Now, a lot of bodybuilders, a lot of fitness competitors, and a lot of bikini competitors stumbled upon 3 weeks to shredded a few years ago because they saw the success our combat athletes were having to get really ultra lean. And they were like, damn, these Dolce diet athletes are damn near as lean as we are, and they're able to go and fight for 25 minutes. I can barely stand up and flex my bicep without falling over. And it started in Australia, which was really weird. And I still can't figure out why it blew up in Australia in the bodybuilding community. Somebody grabbed onto it, some influencer, no doubt, and it blew up. We don't know who that patient zero was. And now it's creeping over here to the United States. Point is, your body, Shaylin, as you go through 3 weeks to shredded, we call it round 1, round 2, round 3. I say give it a minimum of 2 rounds. Because in round 1, you're going to lose a tremendous amount of weight, a tremendous amount of body fat. Things are going to change dramatically. You're going to feel great. You're going to lose a few sizes in your clothes. Round 2, your body starts to look totally different. The recomposition phase starts coming in. And part of that is from the reverse diet component that was intelligently built in to the 3 weeks to shredded program. And if you go into round 3 and round 4, this is where things get crazy looking. So how many times can you do it? I did it 5 times. Most of the bodybuilders and fitness competitors do it 4 to 6 times. Right about there is ideal, but it's really based upon your goals. Some people, they maybe only want to lose 20 pounds and then maintain. Then do 3 weeks to shredded, go right into the Living Lean program. And if anybody is curious, you can just click the link below. We have the 4 and 12 week online program, and it's completely personalized. Literally, you don't have to think about everything. Everything is planned for you down there. Let's do it, Frankie. Let's do it, brother. Ryrie says, hey, coach, I see a lot of these belts that you plug in and it heats up and vibrates. Do these actually help weight loss? No, they do not. Nope. Total scam. Yeah, no, we were backlogged. Actually, support has been backlogged coming out of the holiday season. The team took some time off, and there was a little bit of downtime. It's normally a slower time of year for us anyway, so the team takes off. They go see family, and with COVID protocols, it's been a little challenging for everyone. So you should this week, actually, we've actually surged back new team members, old team members coming back on, picking up some more time. So you'll get more answers this week, probably today even. Shaylin, don't worry about that. And I'm always here for you. Paul, laughed my ass off. I met my buddy at the local gym at 5 a.m. and I'll tell you what, you dominate the morning. It really helps me stay on my diet and all. Hell yeah, Paul. I'm happy, man. Happy to hear that. ZB says, I've been drinking green tea and black coffee ever since I saw that gem of a video. And how are you feeling now? Are you starting to see some of that amazing fat loss that I discussed, plus the boost of energy, which is awesome. Jesse says, I agree with everything Dolce says, except it's going to be Jorge by TKO in round 2. Game bread, baby. Man, you don't know. It could be for sure. I wouldn't, like I said in the video, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. I'm just thinking age has a factor and damage has a factor. Past performances, I think, has a factor. And Colby, even though he lost to Usman, that was a great fight. Colby looked awesome. Jorge has not looked really that good. Even in his Nate Diaz win, he didn't look that good, and Nate didn't look good at all. I'm a Diaz fan, of course, but I've seen enough athletes go through the rise and fall of their career. This is just my thought, by the way. Who knows? I'm just a dude. Mike, God bless you and your family. Thank you so much, and likewise to you. I do appreciate that. What are your thoughts on the block system, the zone diet? I don't know the block system. Please be more specific. The zone diet is basically a 40-40-20 macro balance program. Rob Wolf was a big proponent, I believe, of zone, 10, 15 or so years ago. He since left that. Then he went paleo. Then he went keto. Then he went fasting. I don't know what he's doing now. And I don't know why Rob has jumped around so much. He's a smart guy. Why is he totally changed his nutrition philosophy in such short periods of time with relatively little data? I don't understand that. But Zone is a good starter point for people to get into. It's like, all right, a 40-40-20, that works relatively well to start, or a 30-30-30 works relatively well. I like more of a balanced approach to nutrition to start with. I am not a fan of carnivore or of keto or of fasting. Really, the extreme exclusionary restrictive dietary patterns are not beneficial long-term. They have short-term effect as any dietary change. Multiple studies have been done. If you follow a low-carb diet, you have results. A low-fat diet, you have results. A low-protein diet, you have results. If you go to a 6-meal-a-day eating plan, you have results. A 1-meal-a-day eating plan, you have results in the short term. What does this mean? Typically, any dietary change yields some form of benefit in the short term, 3 to 6 weeks. But what happens? There becomes regression. And outside of that regression, typically you cannot live that lifestyle. It's too exclusionary. It's too restrictive. It builds too many deficiencies and, in our opinion, a disordered relationship with a healthy nutritional lifestyle. And you bounce out. This has happened to you. It's happened to your friends. It happened to your coworkers. They started a diet. They had a little bit of results that they wouldn't shut up about. And then, bam, they fell off. It's simply because these are unsustainable meal plans. What we speak about, what we teach about, what we try and educate you is how to feed yourself for the rest of your life in the manner that your body enjoys and thrives in doing. That's where our Living Lean program came in, how I lost 112 pounds personally to go from 282 down to 169. And now I looked like that afterwards. That was me at 198 at 8% body fat. Now I walk around at about 212 pounds at 12% body fat, and I'm on my way right back down now following our 3 weeks to shredded program to get back to 8% body fat by May 1st because I set a fun goal for myself. This is our program. This is what we do. It's by eating healthful, whole foods in wide variety, not focused so much on weighing our food every single day and counting our macros and obsessing about calories. We say focus on the quality of the food you consume more so than on the quantity, and the body will self-regulate. I eat a meal, it makes me feel great. I have no desire to overeat. I don't eat synthetic toxic chemicals and processed foods because that makes me feel bad. And in turn, it makes me crave more calories because synthetic toxic chemicals and processed foods have very low nutrient density. So my body craves more nutrition that I'm not getting from these low net nutrient processed synthetic toxic chemical food-like substances. So then we have to eat more. We crave, we eat more, and we're never satiated because these are low net nutrient foods. If you eat high net nutrient foods, what we call earth grown nutrients or healthful whole foods, your body is completely satiated. That is what we teach, and we teach you how to do this yourself and how to understand this yourself. And that's what our 3 weeks to shredded and living lean programs do. They are educational opportunities. We say we use the sizzle of being sexy naked, right? Of winning world titles and all that stuff, of having abs and big juicy asses or whatever the thing that you're into. We use kind of that aesthetic narcissism as a good thing, as the Trojan horse, to teach you how to eat healthy for longevity. And that's what ours is, a longevity-based program that has immediate and dramatic short-term athletic and aesthetic benefits. Shaylin says, thanks, Mike. Since I have had 4 kids in 5 years and have around 45 pounds to lose, there is additional things I can do to help reduce saggy looking skin. So excited to see results. Absolutely stick to the meal plan. The high net nutrient capacity of your foods will directly assist your skin in reclaiming that elasticity. Remember, you are a cellular organism, as I am. We have to think in terms of cellular activity and the necessary micronutrients and phytochemicals that are catalysts for all cellular activity. This is where all the bodybuilders and all the macro coaches and all the calorie counters, they miss this. We are cellular organisms. Micronutrients and phytochemicals are the catalysts for all cellular activity. If we are nutrient deficient, although macro and calorie satisfied, we will not have optimal results. And nothing is more apparent, in my opinion, than the skin sag. Now, I lost 112 pounds. There's no skin sag. I just happen to have this book sitting in front of me. No skin sag. I went from a triple extra large t-shirt down to a medium. Think about that. That was my skin effectively. No skin sag. In my opinion, that's because the focus on high net nutrient foods, ensuring optimal micronutrient and phytochemical ingestion to allow my body to operate at its utmost best while still giving it time and living the lifestyle necessary so my body can adapt to this constantly changing environment that I was creating. So Shaylin, I hope that helps. And that's just a little insight into the science that we use here. Luigi, thumbs up. Hey, Mike, thoughts on glutamine? And I did sign up last week for the program. Bam, Matt, welcome, my man. Welcome. Keep me posted. Glutamine is fine. I'm happy with glutamine. I'm happy with creatine. They work well, but be careful. I would take glutamine maybe in when I take glutamine, I usually get the pills from a company called Jarrow that I don't endorse. I have no relationship with. I'm just a customer. Jarrow. That's one of the companies I like because of their high quality standards. And I will get their capsulized form of glutamine. When I do take glutamine, I find it easier. The same thing with their creatine, though I think they just stopped making it. Senor Mago says, John Jones looking like melted ice cream. Can he be the same fighter at heavyweight? I think he can. I think John Jones can be an amazing fighter at heavyweight. I don't think he should jump right in and fight the best of the best of the best. Because there are levels to this game. There are levels to this game. But I think John should get in there under the lights with all the stress, all the anxiety. And I think he should fight a top 10, top 5 guy. Should he fight? I don't know. Maybe put him in there with Greg Hardy. Not that Greg's a top 10 guy. Somebody like that. Let's see what happens. Let's feel that power. Let's kind of be a little aware of that. But I mean, John's fought some heavy hitters in his career anyway, right? Even at light heavyweight, because light heavyweights typically are 230-pound men cutting the 205. So don't get too twisted up about it. One block is 7 grams of protein. Luigi, I don't understand that, man. That sounds too complicated to me. I'm not a fan of overly complicating nutrition. What we say is lean, green, and clean, baby. Lean protein, green vegetables, clean burning carbohydrates. 4x4, 4 meals a day, 4 hours apart. Done deal. Get going. And then be accountable. Say, you know what? I'm not losing any weight. Maybe I need to tone back just a little bit. Maybe I need to increase my cardio just a little bit. Let's see what the scale says 3 to 5 days later. And slowly we make it like that. Paul says, being I sit at the desk 8 hours, would it be wise to do just cardio lists every day for fat loss? I train 5 to 6 days a week, but this sales shit, I feel like I'm sitting too much and stagnant. Well, I'm at a standing desk right now. Right? I'm at a standing desk, so I can stand up. I move a lot. I mean, I have the ability to walk over on the training floor. It's like every time I'm up talking for 30, 45 minutes, I'm going to go spend 5 to 15 minutes stretching or doing trap bar, no weight modified deadlifts. Maybe I'll go hang on the chin-up bar. I got the inversion table. I try and go out of my way, as you should, and everyone should in an office environment. You got those disgusting ass, gross people going on cigarette breaks every 45 minutes or so. They go on a cigarette break where I'm going on a walking break. I'm going to go and walk. I'm going to walk my building, walk the whole corridors. I'm going to go walk the fire escape up and down a few flights of stairs. I'm going to put on my jacket and walk outside around the building. Go walk, move your body. Just do 60 seconds of nonstop bodyweight squats. Tell me how you feel. 60 seconds of nonstop bodyweight squats. Can you do 20 squats in 60 seconds? I hope so. 20 squats times an 8-hour workday. Well, you just did an extra 160 bodyweight squats today. High five to you. That's freaking awesome. That's just a minute an hour. You have 59 minutes to sit on your ass. So these are just some thoughts that I would build in. You have a chart. Example, 1 egg, 1 cup of strawberries, 3 almonds. That's 1 block. Luigi, can you leave that? That's a lot of information you're sending me right now, brother. Can you leave this in the comments after this video post so I can go back and look at it? I won't be able to go back and look at the chat. It's just a lot of information right now for me to really sit down and digest. Rob seems to focus on gut health and helping people who have massive medical conditions. I sent one of my swimmers who became diabetic 1 after a viral infection. He has helped her. I would not say using his ideas now for a normal, healthy person. But yeah, and I like Rob. I consider Rob to be a friend, but I have been vocal enough about, I don't understand why Rob went from being a zone guy, pushing zone to the community. And then he wrote the paleo solution and he became a paleo guy, pushing the paleo diet to the community, while he was not following a Paleolithic diet himself. He was eating rice. And then Rob became a kind of modified paleo guy. It's like paleo and rice and some other things. But then he went all in on keto. And then he left keto and he went all in on an intermittent fasting style. And he's really started focusing on insulin. Now, the one thing I do question is why? Why? Like that's a pretty fucking big turn, right? I mean, you want to talk about a heel turn, right? WWE, man, it's pretty odd for a professional to make so many hard turns and completely abandon something that they were selling just a few months prior. That would be a question. I think he's a smart guy. I think he's well-intended, but at the same time, I think that does a disservice to the community. Rye says, Coach, should I have sparkling water? I heard GSP say that he drinks it when fasting. Some people drink sparkling water while fasting, while dieting, because it gives the sensation of satiety or filling up your gut, your stomach a little bit. You have to be careful because sparkling water can cause digestive discomfort also, and can impede digestion of the healthy nutrients you're trying to absorb. What are your thoughts on apple cider vinegar for gut health? I'm kind of like, I'm not mad at it. It's not the holy grail that people try and make it out to be. But it's okay. Like, we have it in our house and we'll use it in some recipes, but I don't do like a 2-ounce shot of it every morning like some people pretend to do. Not a fan of that. Shaylin, we raise our own pork and beef. Oh, that's awesome, Shaylin. Will pork be okay at some point, or since it is still a higher fat protein, will that hinder maintenance? Thanks so much for this online Q&A. Well, since you're raising it yourself, you have much more control over the quality of the animal itself, which in turn is the quality of meat you're consuming. So with that awareness, you have a better benefit than many. Now, I would say you want to look towards the leanest possible cuts. What those cuts are, you certainly know better than I do, but I would probably lean more towards my own wild raised, organically raised food products, which we would say that the pork would be in this case, and then a lot of the conventional products out there. So awesome. Good for you. Mario, good morning from San Diego. Good morning, Mario. Not too early over there, but early enough. Luigi, okay, perfect, bro. Thanks, Luigi. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for the insight. Senior Mango, we have to talk about the TRT if over 40 and doing a cut. What do you want to know? I'm actually trying to get a few TRT and HRT specialists on the channel where we can do robust Q&As for our subscribers. So guys and gals, if you do not subscribe to this channel, definitely click the subscription button. You can always unsubscribe down the road if you don't like the content, but you're here this long, you probably enjoy it. Become a subscriber, because we're going to host live Q&As with experts. We have TRT and HRT doctors coming in. We're going to discuss peptides and SARMs and PEDs and gray market supplements. We're going to have some of our athletes coming on and talking about their own story. We got lots of really cool co-host events coming up soon, but this will be only for subscribers. Now, anybody can watch, but you must subscribe. And I will say, if you subscribe, click that join button and pick up a badge, because only individuals who have that badge will be able to ask questions during those type of co-host live events. That's the way we can know that you are a subscriber, and it just builds a little bit more community inside the channel. Everybody can watch and hang out, but consider getting that subscription button or badge. So, we have to talk about tier T. So if you have a question, Senior Mango, I can talk about some of it for you. Any recommendations on what to add to coffee to make it palatable? If the coconut oil isn't enough for me, I know sugar-free sweeteners are all chemicals, but 0 calories, or better to add C. Well, there is like collagen. That is a thought. Vital Proteins actually has some pretty good collagen-based coffee creamers that I've used before. They sent me out a few cases of it, and they were actually delicious. I was a little bit addicted. What I use is oat milk. So this is a flat white with oat milk. So it's an espresso with a little bit of oat milk mixed in, called a flat white. That's awesome. I'll just use a little bit of flat oat milk to add just a little bit of creaminess to kill the acidity in our coffee. And guys and gals, if you don't know, well, now you know. Dolce Coffee Roasters. You can click the link below this video to learn more about Dolce Coffee Roasters. You can go to Dolce Coffee Roasters. Dolce. There you go. Here, let me show you real quick. Bam. Bam. There you go. DolceCoffeeRoasters.com. Free shipping on 3 bags or more. You, me, coffee, baby. This is our organic house blend, craft roasted specialty coffee. We actually procure our coffee from small family farms in the mountains of Peru, above 5,000 feet, where the soil is most pristine, right on the equator. We have it shipped directly to us here in the beautiful beach town of Belmar, New Jersey. And it is craft roasted in small batches. We usually, do about 100, 150 bags or so at a time. We sell those out primarily through subscription. We have a free shipping bundle. So if you subscribe, well, you get a discount, you get free shipping. We hook you up with a mug. I think your first subscription of 3 bags or more, you get the Dolce Coffee Roasters mug. You get your 3 bags. Check out DolceCoffeeRoasters.com to learn more. I mean, this is awesome. We are organic certified by the NJDA, DolceCoffeeRoasters.com. Yeah, there it is, the 3-bag bundle or our organic house blend delivered to you. And you just set up the frequency once a week, once a month, whatever. You get the discount, you get the free shipping. I'm all at DolceCoffeeRoasters.com. Just if you're interested. This is for people who freaking love coffee. You value coffee. You want your whole house to smell like coffee. When you first open that bag, when you brew up the pot, we are, kind of a drip. We do the pour over primarily. We always have a pot going in my house, but we really enjoy the pour over version so we can specialize it to ourselves. Dolce Coffee Roaster. And there's a link, but if you're interested, right? If you're interested, I'm not trying to be Starbucks. I'm not trying to make $1 million. I freaking love coffee. There is no better beans than the ones that we harvest, in my opinion. The way, the time, the energy, the humans, the resources, the machinery that we have to craft roast this specialty coffee for you guys is fucking incredible. If you love coffee, you will love DolceCoffeeRoasters.com. Shaylin says, any vitamins or supplements that will aid this journey other than multivitamins? I'm breastfeeding, so I can't do the uva ursi and dandelion root, but want to do this right. Well, because you're breastfeeding, I would strongly urge you to speak with your doctor before starting any dietary or exercise and lifestyle changes. Now, there's no real supplements I would suggest. Honestly, if you're following 3 Weeks to Shredded, Shaylin, and I believe you are, that's what you said, you're following 3 Weeks to Shredded, Living Lean, the online program, you're good to go. What we're looking to do, number one, is get the highest amount of net nutrients per total calorie consumed, and we do that from eating the right blend of healthy whole foods. Well, that is your meal plan. Now, what we do with the DolceDiet.com and what our 3 Weeks to Shredded and Living Lean program does, it personalizes your intake on an individual basis. So every single ingredient is very particular for the micronutrient and phytochemical capacity it provides. And then we blend the macronutrient ratio and total caloric ceiling that's ideal to you, to your starting point, to your goals, to your background, to your lifestyle, to your training experience. All that gets blended in. Jesse, what do you think of Mindpump? I really like those guys, but 2 out of 3 hosts are on hormone therapy, younger than myself. Are you serious? You are healthy and can perform at an older age. That's interesting. I didn't know. I like those guys. We have a really good relationship. I was going to get on their show a few times and just couldn't get there because of travel. I haven't watched it enough, so I don't know. So I'll see a little clip here and there, and we kind of comment on each other's social media. It seems like, high five to them. We're pretty much on brand. We're on the same page on most of the topics. Every exchange and interaction I've had has been good, but I'd be curious. Now, I know guys in their early 30s who are medically necessary. They're on HRT, primarily TRT, because of true medical issues. I know guys certainly in their mid 30s to late 30s who started TRT, and you know what? They probably should have. We work with a lot of clients here who are working with their primary physician. They're on an HRT protocol prescribed by their doctor, and then they hire us as their nutrition and exercise training team. So we teach them what to eat, how to truly optimize their health and fitness while being on a TRT protocol. And that works really well. So we have a lot of experience at this point. We have a lot of experience knowing, man, I know every single dose, every milligram. I know frequency of injections. I know the different blends. I know the different, AIs, the estrogen inhibitors, the progesterone inhibitors that are being prescribed, and some have a negative, a deleterious effect, as Derek would say, for more plates, more dates. So we have a lot of data at this point. So we can really tell you, here's what the majority of those who are most successful are doing. Go back and discuss it with your doctor, but we certainly know what food groupings, what nutrition program works best. What is the best use of test for a cut dose free tea? Not get too high of estrogen, the least dosed for the maximum benefit. That's really what you want to look for. You want to take the least amount of exogenous testosterone to feel your best. Now, optimal total testosterone would be somewhere between maybe 800 and 1200 or so. We see guys coming in that they're up over 5,000. They don't actually feel good. So too much is not good. Too much is bad. Right? So that optimal dose seems to be somewhere between 800 and 1200 on average. Now, time. When do you take your shot? Right? Because we understand testosterone has a 4-day half-life. It kind of peaks in about 4 days and starts to putter out. What we seem to be best is more frequent but smaller doses. You will likely, in general, this is, education information, not medical advice, but the average man on a TRT protocol would do better from taking, let's say, 120 milligrams of testosterone injected every other day at 40 milligrams than taking one simple injection of 120 milligrams in a week. This is because testosterone typically has a pulse-like mechanism. So testosterone is pulsed out daily. Every morning, you get this tiny little pulse of testosterone first thing in the morning or so. Now, if you're getting one big injection, boom, a lot of testosterone, what happens? Estrogen spikes with that testosterone. And then the testosterone crashes, but the estrogen typically stays relatively high. If you have smaller little pulses, the estrogen doesn't come up nearly as much, and the testosterone is constantly being pulsed in more frequent. Now, some people say, well, I don't want to, be injecting every other day, every third day. I understand. What we see most ideal is most guys who inject every 3 to 4 days, which is twice per week, they seem to be blending and doing the best. I will say anecdotally more than anything, but having worked with hundreds of men following TRT protocols and ladies under HRT protocols, and we work with bodybuilders who are on, 1,000 mgs or more of testosterone per week, and some ladies who are on a fucking horrible amount. And that's, regardless of what we say, that's what they're doing. So we try and help them the best that we can. Less is always more. Less is more, but more frequent is better than less frequent. What are the benefits to your one-on-one coaching over 3 weeks of Shredded? Who is your ideal candidate? Well, Shaylin, if you are following our 3 weeks of Shredded program right now at thedolcediet.com, you can also hire me personally to work with you one-on-one if you click the link at the top of the page for online coaching. This now means you and I will be working together daily in near real time via text message, audio message, video message. If you have any questions, any concerns, any trouble points that you're dealing with, you just ask me and I answer. I keep you motivated. I keep you locked in. I have some clients that they text me. They say, hey, man, I need someone to keep me accountable. Can I text you my meals every single day? Absolutely. Text me the scale when you step on first thing in the morning or at the end of the week. We have more of the bodybuilding types that they text me their weekly physique check-in updates. Some people, they just have some questions. They want someone to answer questions when they're at the grocery store and they can't find quinoa. What do I get now? Some people, they don't know how to exercise properly and they're a little uncomfortable, so they just take me to the gym with them. We shoot a few exercises. I learn their form. I give video feedback on exactly what to do. I am there for whatever you need. So this is the online coaching. I call it VIP Elite. It's online coaching at thedolcediet.com. You go to the site, you click the link at the top, and you can join in. Now, there might be a wait list because I will only allow so many people per month to be a part of the program. So I have time to focus and devote to every single person. So if you get to the wait list, put your name on there, and then you'll get an email saying, hey, spot just opened. Do you want it? Like, if not, no worries. We just go to the next person. So if you want that extra level of support of having me literally in your corner, in your pocket all day, every day, where you go, I'm in. I love it. This is probably speaking with you guys here and then speaking with my VIPs is my favorite thing to do, for sure. Thoughts on Dericks TRT clinic? I don't know enough about it. I hear Merrick Health. I hear about it a lot. Maybe I can get Derek to come on and speak to me and speak to you guys about it. I mean, his channel's massive, and ours is not massive because of the shadow ban, but we're battling back still. And I think that would be a good video. But I do know that we have a highly informed, educated audience who takes the changes, right? So I'd love to hear more about what Derek does. Who else? There's quite a few. Dr. Thomas O'Connor up there in Connecticut. There's Dr. Rand. I forget his last name. That works with Jay Cutler out there on the West Coast. I'd like to get a few of these coaches or doctors on here to talk about like their specific protocols, but also to allow our subscribers to ask real questions. A lot of people have the questions and they deserve to get the answers. Shay says, I'm not eating the full meals because I'm satisfied. Will that make me plateau since my total calories aren't at recommended rate and not following the ups and downs of 3 weeks of Shredded has built since it's steady calories? Shaylin, I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this because exactly what you said proves what I tell our audience all the time. The number one complaint with our 3 weeks to Shredded extreme total body weight loss program, the number one complaint with 3 weeks to Shredded is there's too much food. Like Dolce, there is too much food. Customer support team, there's too much food. Do I have to eat all this food? I don't think I can eat all this food. This is way more food than I was eating on my last program, and I didn't lose any weight on that program. How can I lose more weight on your program when I'm eating more calories? The number one complaint is there's too much food. Think about that. Ours is an extreme weight loss program, 3 weeks to Shredded, how to lose 21 pounds in 21 days. Pretty extreme, right? 3 weeks to Shredded has a 100% success rate. For over 20 years, while working with the world's most elite combat athletes, participating in weight class-oriented sports. Most of these athletes are cutting 20, 30, 40 pounds or more prior to competition. We have a 100% success rate. My strong suggestion to you, Shaylin, is try your best to eat the meals exactly as they are programmed for you. We're focused on high net nutrient consumption. We want to get those vital catalysts to cellular activity into your body. The food is amazing. It's all high quality food. Let's try and get it in to the best of our ability. And if you can't finish a meal, fine, start the meal. In time, your hunger is going to start to pick up. And that's what we want, because now we are feeding the muscle. We're providing energy for you to go out there and crush it, to start hitting PRs in your training, to start adding more cardiovascular activity to your life, for you to be more engaged, more inclined to do more things. We want you to have that awesome energy, because that is going to strip off that body fat. So please try and eat. Now, what's the number 2 complaint on 3 weeks to shred it? Well, number 2 complaint is, I've lost so much weight, I have to buy a new wardrobe. Think about that. That's awesome. Rye says, do you have advice for people who claim to stress eat, trying to help a friend in this situation? Well, we need to determine what the cause of the stress is, and we need to try and eliminate that stressful situation. Sometimes it's stressful people, stiff arm. Sometimes it's a stressful job, new job. Sometimes it's a stressful living environment, time to move. We have to be proactive in our lives. We cannot be victims. That's one of the big things that we certainly stress over here. Be proactive, be intentional, be accountable, be mindful, right? Now, following a specific meal plan is beneficial because it gives structure. Waking up and starting your day with a bit of exercise typically helps finish the day without as many mistakes, because you already started healthy and you don't want to blow it. But when you start your day kind of shitty, you don't do your workout, you don't eat the food you're supposed to, that you're going downhill quick. So small little changes add up big time. Frank D says, I need to find your podcast on Spotify. Just type in The Mike Dolce Show on Spotify. That's all. The Mike Dolce Show on Spotify. You'll find it. Jack, F you Dolce, you're the man. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Most Wanted says, after my wife had our second child, she stuck on a living leanish diet and has gained 19 less pounds than with our first. When we did not eat the Dolce diet, she feels great. Jesse, that is so awesome. Congratulations on your beautiful family, by the way, my brother, and to your amazing wife. So that's awesome. And that's what my wife did. She followed living lean the entire time, gained 18 pounds first pregnancy total, 22 pounds second pregnancy total. She was back to her preconception weight 3 weeks after giving birth. Real story. And took her a little bit of time to get her level of fitness up and all that, but it was all following the living lean program. Sam, thanks for the show. Headed to the site for 3 weeks straight. Bam! Senor, keep me posted. Everyone, click that link below, the 4-week, 3 weeks to shredded program, or the 12-week, 3 weeks to shredded and living lean bundle. And we have a 20% discount for you guys right now. Frank D, you got it. Does packaged coconut water still provide health benefits? Yes, it does. Use a high-quality organic version. Guys and gals, thank you all so much for being here. You guys are absolutely amazing. I appreciate the time that we spent together. And I will remind you, Mastering the Weight Cut Seminar. Go to DolceDietShop.com. I'll put a link after this video, DolceDietShop.com, for the Mastering the Weight Cut Seminar. Never suffer in a sauna again. Learn how we get the world's greatest athletes on weight, on time, every single time. Combat athletes, figure, physique, bodybuilding athletes, and regular folks just like you who want to know how to dial it in and look your absolute best. The Mastering the Weight Cut Seminar spots will be limited. So if you want to get it, go right now, pre-register, and you will get the pre-register price also. DolceDietShop.com. Thank you guys once again. We will be back later today with another great video. Until next time, boom.